Is climate change making hurricanes more powerful and frequent? In nearly 2 centuries of hurricane record keeping, there have been only 35 recorded Category 5 hurricanes, 5 of which have been in the last 4 years. As a rental property owner in the state of North Carolina, I have witnessed the destruction these powerful storms can have on structures, as well as experienced my fair share of financial losses due to these hurricanes. It can tell you the frequency with which they are experiencing them and their destruction is increasing. There is a link between climate change and the frequency with which we see these powerful storms. An overwhelming number of scientists and researchers agree that intensity with which hurricanes hit the east coast of the United States is increasing. The Center for Climate and Energy Solutions estimates between a 45 and 87% rise in Category 4 and 5 hurricanes in the last 20 to 30 years. This is a result of warmer sea temperatures. Warmer sea surface temperatures lead to more convectional precipitation as well as act as a catalyst to intensify wind speeds. It doesn't take a huge shift in sea surface temperatures to affect the intensity of a hurricane. Even a 1 degree Fahrenheit increase in temperature can add 15 to 20 miles an hour to wind speed. According to James Elsner of Florida State University, with warmer oceans caused by global warming, we can expect strong storms to get stronger. Rising air temperatures are another factor linking climate change and the frequency with which hurricanes are occurring. The NRDC, as well as numerous other sources, states that burning of fossil fuels, as well as many other activities since the start of the Industrial Revolution, have caused an estimated 1.8 degree Fahrenheit rise in air temperatures. With the rise in air temperature, you also see the rise in relative humidity, or the air's ability to hold more water. This additional water can be added to instability in the atmosphere. Being that this is something that can be predicted with patterns in weather, one can reason that as air temperature rises, the frequency of intense storms will rise as well. Climate change and the frequency of intense hurricanes are occurring due to rising sea levels. Although sea levels don't have a direct impact on the overall frequency of hurricanes, they do have an impact on intensity. This connection can be made with the help of the previous 2 examples. If it weren't for the other examples, we would just see the same number of hurricanes, but with greater storm surges. However, if you combine the other 2 factors with rising sea levels, then you can connect the dots to the climate change is causing sea level rise, which in turn is increasing the frequency of intense storms. Rising sea levels have a great impact on the intensity of hurricanes because as ocean waters warm, glaciers and ice sheets melt, causing the sea level to rise. The intensity of the storms caused by increased sea surface temperatures and air temperatures then push a larger wall of water onto shore, causing significantly more damage. Now that we know a little bit about what causes an increase in hurricane frequency, why the increase in intensity and destruction? According to Jeff Baradelli, a climate and weather contributor for CBS News, says there's research to support that Atlantic hurricanes are slowing down their forward speed by up to 16%. This is relatively easy to wrap our head around. If climate change is causing an increase in the frequency of the Category 4 and 5 hurricanes, and these same powerful storms are then slowing down, then the area in these paths of storms will essentially feel the effects of the storms for a longer period of time. According to Catherine Prozip and Eric Ortiz during their coverage of Hurricane Dorian for NBC, they said a 2018 study in the journal Nature found that over the past 70 years, the speed of hurricanes and tropical storms has slowed by about 10% on average. The reason why is unclear, although researchers believe an overall slowdown in atmospheric circulation is playing a role. As the Earth's atmosphere warms, it is likely to cause those atmospheric conditions to change, which in turn influences the speed of hurricanes. Climate change can be attributed more to these steering currents becoming blocked or increasingly slow moving, and that would then result in slower moving hurricanes. As I begin to wrap up, it becomes clear that we are establishing a new normal with regard to hurricanes and their intensity. There is a link between climate change and the frequency with which we see these powerful hurricanes. Although this trend is a relatively new one, if we continue to see this pattern of frequent Category 4 and 5 hurricanes, some meteorologists predict a 6th category may be added in the very near future. and this would surely send a strong signal that climate change is real and influencing hurricanes.